I am sick. I've decided I'm not going to edit this podcast today. I'm going to just give it to you raw. I wasn't even really going to do a video, and I'm like, screw it. Let's just put it out there. Yeah, I am not feeling the best, but I wanted to come on here and at least tell you what's going on and when you'll be able to find me next. I usually edit my podcasts. I go in there, I cut out my and my and my, just filler words that people say when they're trying to think of something to say. Or if I'm looking something up. See, I just did it. I don't want to edit this so see what I mean? Like, you guys don't hear all the ums. I'm a complete mess when I film. I'm a complete mess. I'm your host, Christy Chanelle, and this is the Love You Miss You Bye podcast. So today, you're going to hear all the ums, and feel free. I totally get it if you don't want to hear this episode. There's no polishing today. So the last 24 hours have been a complete cluster. Actually, I'm going to go as far. First of all, do you even see? Okay, people on YouTube, my glasses are sideways, so I'm gonna just take them off. They hurt my nose, and we'll get into that story shortly. Okay, so the last 2 weeks have actually been a complete clusterfuck, if you want me to be totally honest. It started out with just things at work, and it was. I can't get into the story, okay, because I'm smart. And it's just not something I can talk about. But I promise you, I will talk about it. It's all about timing. I just can't talk about it right now. But I will say this. As a kid, one of my biggest issues one of my biggest triggers, actually, is probably a better way to say it. One of my biggest triggers is that if you've ever been accused of something that you didn't do, it's a really hard place to be because you want people to believe in you. You want people to know who you are at your core. And sometimes you have haters waiting in the wings, ready to take you down, and you don't even suspect it. It's crazy. The good part is that the people that know you, and good prevails over evil. I strongly believe that, and in my case, it did. So let's just leave that there, and one day I will tell you the story because, I can't keep my mouth shut when it comes down to it. All right, that was the start. It was like 2 weeks of dumpster fire. It was like 2 weeks of dumpster fires, just repeated. I just realized I'm not editing this episode. So normally if I make a mistake, I repeat the line. No, I promised you an unedited freaking episode. So you're going to get it. So yeah, I won't repeat the lines anymore. I'll try not to do that. God, I'm such a freak. This is where you realize how ADD I actually am. All right, back to it. So that started there, and then now I'm sick. I don't know if you can hear it, but I am sick. And my daughter works at a daycare, so she brings all the germs and fun stuff home to me and her brother, Trevor. So I'm driving to Portland. It is a 30-plus drive. It is a 30-hour trip. So I'm trying to map it out and figure it out. And I was thinking, this is a great way that Trev and I can bond and do our thing. Let's hope it turns out like that. I mean, that's a long time to be in the car, but he's graduating and I just want to spend time with him. So I've got freaking tasers. I just have to charge them. So I should write that down. I need to write that down. I need to charge my tasers so that he has one and I have one. I have mapped it out. I've got the hotel app on my phone, so that gives you a little bit of a discount if you're a member. I don't think I'm going to do all the hotels up front. I think I'm just going to use it when I get in that area and then find it. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out yet, but I'm already got the first hotel down. We are leaving Christmas Eve around 3 or 4 p.m. I'm going to go see my dad. Well, first I'm going to drop our dog off, Bailey, in a boarding, and then pick up the rental car, and then pack up the rental car, and then head to my dad's house for a couple of hours to spend with my brother John and my sister-in-law Julie, and then, my dad and Vonda. So then we're going to take off. We're heading to about 6 hours out. I think that's the first leg of the trip. So that'll get us done around 10ish, and we'll chill. And I know it's not like Christmas morning, there's no like glory to it, but I just feel like I wanted to be different this year. I didn't want to do the same thing. My kids are getting older, and maybe this is the new tradition. Maybe we pick a new place every Christmas and that's what we do. I don't know. I mean, traditions are great and I love them, and I love waking up Christmas morning, Santa came. I'm a big stocking stuffer girl. Like I go all freaking out for my stockings, and that's because my mom did. She always put like really cool stuff in there, and that was one of my favorite parts of Christmas morning. And I know not everybody does it that way, but I do. So, I have some things going on, but I'm sick, and now I have to leave on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. I took Dayquil, and I feel pretty good. I'm just worn down. It just feels worn down. And then the worst part is yesterday I'm like going out and getting stuff with Hannah, because Hannah and Austin are leaving to go to Florida to spend with her dad. And they will meet us in Portland on Friday, the 27th. So I'm, helping get her ready. And so we went out, and I freaking sat on my glasses. I sat on my glasses. I'm like, of course, the worst thing that can possibly happen, it's got, like, I'm getting older, people. And these glasses, which you can't tell, they have like trifocal on it. So it's like, distance, close up, and then driving so that the reflection doesn't bother my eyes. So these are like power packed, and sunglasses. So the lenses turn tinted in the sun. So these are my power packed, super power sunglasses. They're not sunglasses. Well, they are, but they're power packed glasses. Oh Lord, the editing is just, I told you the magic is in the editing. Sometimes I get brilliant ideas, sometimes. And this time I chose to go to Amazon and see if those frames, I had to make sure I knew the lens size and everything, those frames were there. And I hit the jackpot. They were, and they weren't that expensive. They were like $70. Originally, I paid a lot more for that. Yeah, so I was able to find them, and they will arrive today. So I'm going to pop out the lenses in these glasses and then try to pop them into the other frames. Now, I am not an eyeglass technician. I don't know. I just don't know what I don't know. So let's just send the positive energy and good vibes my way, because, well, I need my glasses. So that happened. Woke up this morning. There was a power outage at my house, and at 8 o'clock, I sleep with a fan, so it's always blowing on me. And I was sleeping with the fan, and all of a sudden, so I wake up instantly if my fan goes off, and the dog starts to bark. I'm like, you're freaking kidding me. I have laundry to do. Hannah's got laundry to do. We've just got things to do, and it involves my podcast and my Simply Vibin' podcast. So I have a lot of stuff to do that involves electricity. So yeah, that sucked. And then I look at my phone and it's at 27%, which means my cord fell out of the wall. It's just been at 8:30, my day had really gone to shit. I am glad my electricity came on about 10 a.m. and I am feeling much better now that I've had my coffee, which was also just staring at me from the counter. I'm like, I know you're going to come on soon, and we're going to get together, and we're going to have this moment, which I need every morning. And it's just something, I think it's obviously more mental than it is physical. Maybe. It could be a little bit of both, but I know that if I stopped coffee, it would take me a while, but I'd be okay. We'd all be okay. But I'm not going to. I'm going to keep that vice that I love so much. I mean, there's just nothing like a warm cup of coffee with a little heavy whipping cream in the morning. I don't like any sugar in it, so I'm not filling myself with sugar first thing in the morning. But I do love a hot cup of coffee with some heavy whipping cream. My stepmom taught me that. So yeah, today I have to run some errands. I got to help Hannah. I got to do some laundry. Oh, I am going to be taking a little mini break. I felt it was fair to tell you that. I didn't want you to think that I'm disappearing forever. I think I need a recharge. I think I need to go exploring and listen to books, which I'm going to do on my road trip, and watch movies and experience a little bit of life so that I can come back and share it with you, which is obviously the goal. I'm not going anywhere. I've enjoyed my first year of podcasting so very much. I really, really have. And I've smashed some goals that I wanted. You know, I told you that I would let you know where I end up. And since it is December 27th, or no, it isn't. It's December 22nd, I would let you know exactly where I am on my TikTok journey. I am currently sitting at 2,901 subscribers and an account warning. So I've been able since the last podcast to not really, ruffle any feathers. Still got my account. But in the meantime, I had opened a second account. And on that one, I think I have 100 followers. Hold on. 91. So I've got 91 followers on my other page that I made. So if you add the two together, I've almost hit my goal. That's pretty cool. I mean, obviously I can't add them together. I want the whole number on one page, if I'm going to be honest. But I still love the people that I've connected with, and I'm really developing really great relationships. So we'll see what happens with the TikTok ban. The Supreme Court has offered to hear the case on, I think they will discuss everything on January 10th. And the ban is still in place to be January 19th, where you won't be able to update your apps, but you will be able to keep it on your phone, but it's not going to it's going to fall apart. It's just going to fall apart. You can't put updates on it. You're not going to be able to use it eventually. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, a lot's going on. And I know I talked about how shitty my last 2 weeks have been, but honestly, I'm in a really good place. I'm ending the year in a really good place. I worry about what's going to happen next year with our government. I worry about what's going to happen with women's rights, but I feel like a new spark has happened because the ERA is on the forefront of Biden's mind, which gives me a little bit of peace, a little bit. Because TikTok, my friend, we don't have much time, like less than a month. So he needs to get it together so that we can make sure that we are protected in the Constitution, which, people like to come at me when I bring that up. They're like, we are protected. You don't even know what you're talking about. 14th Amendment, blah, 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 blah. They think we are. And, it skirts the issue. It goes all the way around saying you cannot be discriminated against based merely on sex. Now, I want it effing spelled out. I want to see it in black and white. I don't want to it's assumed that you're covered. No. That's not good enough. And the fact that this has been something that they've been trying to put through for 101 years, like, I'm not kidding you. Why should it take that long? 38 states have agreed to this. We've passed what we needed to get this put in there. Now we just need the archivist to do it, and Biden has to tell her to do it. So we'll see what happens. But if Trump gets in there, ain't no shot. Ain't no shot, and you and I know it. So yes, there's a lot of things to worry about in 2025. But personally, work is going great, except for a few obstacles in the way. I love it. Personally, my passion projects are going great. And I'm going to see my stepdad, who I haven't seen in 14 years. And you know why that happened? It happened because of my podcast. And not because he's listening, but because I'm talking. I'm talking about my feelings. I'm talking about the things that I buried deep down. The pain. When you bury pain, over pain, eventually you stop feeling and you just walk through life numb. And I did when it came to my mom. So by talking on my podcast, I've given myself inner peace, inner healing. And if that isn't the greatest thing to come from my podcast, I don't know what is. I feel good. I'm at peace. And now I get to go close that loop and that distance that has been put between me and my stepdad for over 14 years. I don't think I can end the year any better. I really don't. And I'm really hoping he gets to know Trevor, and he gets to know Hannah, and he gets to know Austin on another level that we missed. It wasn't just me. And I'm not asking him to take any accountability for anything. I'm taking accountability for me. And I put distance there. I was part of the problem. I was part of the cause. And now I reached out and I want to be part of the solution. And have more inner peace and have my family grow again. Because I miss him. I love him. And I am so excited about this trip. I will do shorts. I will post little videos on my road trip. It's going to be like my video vlog diary of travel. So we're going to hit a lot of different states and do our thing. And I love sharing it. So if you're on my YouTube page, you will be able to see all the clips of the trip. And TikTok as well, because it's not being banned just yet. So I have time to put that out there. Yeah, that's about all I have for now. I did want to let you know, and I'm going to look this up. I think the next episode, so if I leave, so this one will air on the 23rd. So I'm not going to air anything on the 30th. I'm not going to air anything on the 6th. I will air on the 20th. We will be back on air January 20th. And I hope that you'll stay around and we can talk. I just need a break, you guys. I just need a break. I try my best to put out an episode every week. And I'm just going to take some time to, I don't know, live a little bit. Yeah, I know you think, well, aren't you living now? I am. I totally am, because this is my life. I love it. Like I would do it again and again and again, and I have the energy to keep going. I haven't had burnout. A little bit here and there. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. So I just talk. And something comes out of it, and it works out really well. But I just need a little recharge, and then I'll be back better than ever for season 2 of Love You, Miss You, Bye. I'm thinking, and I really would love your opinion, I'm thinking about changing it from Love You, Miss You, Bye to LUMUB. I don't know. I mean, letters are hard for me. They may be hard for you. I just want to know your opinion, because Love You, Miss You, Bye is a wonderful name, but the problem is the letter U. Nobody can find me when I tell them to go look on YouTube or the podcast, because they're spelling out the word you. So it's becoming an issue. I need to find something more simple that people can find easier. And maybe it's LUMUB. I don't know. Or LYMYB. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. So just let me know your thoughts on that. What do you think I should do? I mean, I can always use cringy AF, because I did just buy the domain. Somebody called me that, and I'm like, great, I own it. I'm going to buy it. So anyway, tell me your thoughts. It has been such a great year. I appreciate you more than you know, and I cannot wait to see what's going on for 2025. Love you, miss you, bye.